I mock Richard in a sing-song voice. I can hardly believe he's so gullible that the sailors are able to fool him like this. It's true, you know, Richard glares at me. I heard the sailors talking. I heard it all with my own ears. James nods, his eyes wide and scared. You are dunces, both of you, believe in that rot. Don't you think the sailors knew you were listening? Don't you think they're up there right now laughing their heads off about the stupid boy who's eavesdropping and believed all of their lies? Richard and James exchange a look. You think they were lying, Samuel? James asked me hopefully. I think you're an idiot, I say. Those sailors are playing games with you. They're almost as bored up there as we are down here. I look at Richard. Do you really think a woman would make cuts and burns in her face to look beautiful? Richard frowns and then shakes his head. Then stop talking about it, I say. Moments later we hear the call. Land ho! Richard grabs the empty oatmeal pot, but I yank it out of his hands. Hey, that's my job, he shouts. I brought it down. It's my job now. I run to the ladder with the pot. No way I'm going to let this chance slip by. Up on deck, I squint in the dazzling sun. The sails billow bright white against the blue sky. The breeze is warm. I go up to the railing and I search the horizon. There it is, a green bump in the distance, in the midst of the jewel blue sea, the first of the Caribbean islands. I give the pot to the cook and linger, breathing in the sweet air, marveling at the brightness of it all. Richard comes up on deck, and James too, and several of the gentlemen, until the first mate calls a halt. He drives us all back down below, threatening to beat us boys with an oar if we don't hurry. The 'tween deck is abuzz with gentlemen and commoners both, wondering what this land sighting means. Will we finally be allowed off this stinking ship? They'd better at least get us fresh water. What we have left smells like a sick dog. I want fresh meat. I will demand that I be let off to hunt. And when the shouting begins up on deck, we all fall silent. God save us, they're coming. Look at them. They're monsters. Captain Newport, permission to man the guns, sir? James and Richard both look at me as if I have the answers. I decide I'd rather be beaten with an oar than sit in the 'tween deck waiting to be devoured by sea monsters. So I scramble up on the ladder to have a look. We are in shallow water now, and the sea is translucent blue. Moving swiftly across this crystal water are several canoes. In the canoes, they are the very creatures conjured up by Richard's stories. They are naked, their skin painted red. The women's faces and arms are tattooed with patterns. The men's hair is long with beads and bones, human bones, hanging in decoration. They are coming quickly toward our ships. I catch my breath. I expect to hear the scrape of the cannons being loaded, but instead I hear Captain Newport's voice. We are not Spanish barbarians. We will not slaughter these people unless they attack first. Get Smith now. Two sailors swing down to the 'tween deck, and there, and a clanking change as they unlock Captain Smith's irons. Captain Smith emerges from the 'tween decks. He stands at the deck, watching the approaching canoes. His back is straight, his chest is puffed out. He does not look afraid, only determined. A tall man stands up in one of the canoes, top of page 33. He is naked except for a ring of bones around his neck. He raises his hand, and Captain Smith does the same. Captain Smith begins speaking strange words and using hand motions to communicate. I easily understand the hand motions. We come in peace, hand over his heart. We desire trade, dangles silver strings of sparkling beads. We need food, rubs his stomach. The man in the canoe stoops and picks up something that looks like a very large pine cone with spiky green shoots coming out of one end. What is it?
Pineapple.
Very good. He has understood. All up. Oh, he is Spiky Green. He pretends to take a bite out of it. I breathe a sigh of relief. He has understood. All afternoon, the natives come back and forth to our ships in their canoes, bringing sweet-smelling fruits and other food from their island, which sits green and lush nearby. The large pine cone with spiky leaves turns out to be called a pineapple, and it tastes like food for a king. The cook names the other things they bring: mangoes, papayas, plantains, potatoes, tobacco. In return, we give them knives and hatchets, beads, and copper, and they are very happy. I have seen that Captain Smith's ankles are raw from the rubbing of the irons. That evening I ask the cook for some tallow, and I bring it to him. "Are you a free man, sir?" I ask. "I seem to be for now," he says, and he grimaces as he rubs in the tallow. The sores on his ankles are crackled and oozing. Quietly I ask, "How did you know the language of the natives?" He smiles. "Every man speaks the language of greeting, of trade, of hunger. I only spoke with my hands." I nod. "But those words?" He shakes his head and he whispers, "Those are Algonquin words, a language spoken in Virginia by the natives there. Roanoke settlers brought back wordless, and I have studied them. Let Newport and the others think they need me as a translator in these islands. It's too hot for those chains." I have one more question, but I'm not sure if I want to know the answer. I take a deep breath and I just blurt it out. "Do the Carib Indians chop people up for the cooked parts and eat them?" He stops rubbing his ankles for the moment and he looks at me. "Only if they can catch them."